T.J. Hooker returns next week at this time. Now a special presentation.
Word Balloon is brought to you by the League of Word Balloon Listeners.
America's #1 Comic Con is back! Apple Hagon Meet actors from TV, movies, anime, comic book creators too! Shop for comics, toys, and more! Dress up as a hero, Terrific Con! August 8th through the 10th at Mohegan Sun. Tickets on sale now at terrificcon.com.
Kingdom Come is 4 separate issues, 48 pages apiece. It was an all-immersive kind of lifestyle for me.
It blew people away. I mean, this was the most sought-after book there was.
This was something very new, very different.
No one had seen anything like that at that scale before.
It was amazing.
I never thought from anything that people would still be talking about this book 25 years later.
If you're here at Word Balloon, it's because you like comics, creators, conversation, pop culture subjects. Would you consider joining the League of Word Balloon Listeners? Patreon.com/wordballoon. When you subscribe, you'll also be part of the Word Balloon Book Club, where Brian Michael Bendis and I will pick a comic every month to review and discuss live with the League on this show. Join the League today, patreon.com/wordballoon. Thank you always for your support, League of Word Balloon listeners. Welcome back, everybody. It's time again for another Word Balloon Live. We're doing a Trek Watch episode because Star Trek Strange New Worlds is back. Season 3, first 2 episodes out, Hegemony, Part 2, and Wedding Bell Blues. Those are the titles. And happy to see Mitch, happy to see Franco, happy to see Wayne. I'll tell you, all right, very quickly, and then we'll get into detail for both. I really enjoyed Hegemony. Wedding Bell Blues is a poster child for everything that annoys me about Star Trek. I liked a couple things, but once again, rolling my eyes at what are you doing? But quick flash card of both episodes. A quick thought.
For me, I liked both, but with a caveat, which I'll explain as we get through, because I have issues.
I like both. No caveats.
I like both as well, but the second one bugged me so much I had to go to the internet to double check my memory about a certain character, and I was right because they did meet each other, and I'm like, what the hell?
We will get there. Fear not. I promise you we'll get there. Hegemony, part 2 of the Gorn thing. I did watch part 1 before because it had been 2 years, so I rewatched it. For the most part, I liked it. I found it interesting. Some people are complaining that it was too horrific. And it's like, Star Trek, especially the original series, there were a lot of horror episodes in Star Trek. So that didn't bother me. Go right back to the very first episode that aired. And, I think it was the first one with the salt sucker lady.
Man Trap.
Yeah, Man Trap. Thank you, man. Yeah. I mean, that's my God. That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. But I liked it. I'm okay with what I will say, again, just one nitpick, and again, this is just really with everything with Strange New Worlds and Discovery. If they had made these aliens somebody different than the Gorn, I would have been like, this is excellent. We got a new, interesting alien race. I don't see the connection, even with their convenient solution that might suggest a further Gorn evolution. But it would have been much cooler if these are the Verf, and we learn about the Verf and how they are weird and different and everything. So that's my opening salvo of what I don't like.
Yeah, I think trying to fit everything into the old Star Trek continuity, I don't know who they're making this for. If they're making this for older fans like us, why? We're not. We would like new stuff. We would like new aliens. We would like new adventures. Why do you keep cramming this old stuff down our throats? And if you're making it for the new Trek watchers, why? Why can't they go back and enjoy what we saw? Like if you're putting this up as a prequel, why? Like, aren't they going to be confused when they see the Wedding Bells Blues episode? Because I had a real big problem with that episode altogether.
We'll get there.
Yeah, if it was a different alien or something like that, I'd be okay with it. And I enjoyed the episode for what it was, but knowing that character was who it was, yeah.
No, I like. Forgive me, guys. I just really there's so much to talk about with the first episode too. Right. Before we get to 2,
go ahead. First episode, the special effects were good, almost too good, to the point where I was like, "Oh, the Gorn are attacking the Earth? Is that what that I'm looking at?" Because there was like a moon and a planet and a million little spaceships. I'm like, "Oh, it's an invasion of the Earth." And then I guess that wasn't the Earth. That was another planet, but it looked like the Earth. I don't know. And then they gathered the Starfleet. I'm like, oh, we're going to see some other cool ships for like one scene. That was about it. They showed a bunch of ships. I didn't see them there.
That was the only budget they had.
Yeah, I know, but it's all CGI, so I don't get why it costs much. It's not like to build the models. But the thing of it is, I guess Captain Pike he's the captain of the ship. I like when he asked for like alternatives. But it just seemed like he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Like I get, maybe he was just distracted because his girlfriend's sick and dying, and that's a whole other story too. It's like, well, I wish they had done that with the blind Andorian dude in the first year who had to walk off a cliff because he was infected by the Gorn. Why the hell you didn't figure the stuff out then, Chapel and Spock? But you did it now. I don't know. So. Why did they put the guy in stasis back then? Because they were going to put his girlfriend in stasis because. But then she was allergic to the sleep gas or whatever the hell they put in her. But we couldn't. Yeah, they could do. But like, why didn't they do that to? What was the guy's name? He was
Hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that to Hammer? I was like, come on.
Even before that, Mitch, once they found out that Battelle was allergic to the cryo stuff, didn't we already establish with M'Benga that you could put somebody in the transporter buffer?
His daughter was in there.
And if this is spreading fast. And so why did that work then? Which, by the way...
They never watched that episode. Maybe the writers of the show never watched their own stuff.
But that, Mitch, I mean, my God, you're right. That's my assumption, too.
It's only the third season. Oh, wait. It's only the third season, right? So there's only like 21 episodes?
20 episodes.
It's not 20 like episodes. A lot. It's not like you got to remember a lot, like hundreds of episodes.
It's been a couple years since I've seen it.
It has been.
M'Benga's daughter in the stasis chamber. Did the rest of the crew know about that or no?
They found out about it.
Eventually they found out about it.
Yeah. Right. So that's what Mitch makes a solid point. Why did they just put him in the stasis field?
And Scotty, who's eventually going to use that trick to save himself years ago. What about Porter Franklin? He didn't get out, but whatever. Right. And Scotty, whoever's doing the accent, you need a dialect coach. You're overdoing it, buddy. I couldn't even understand what the hell he was saying with Carol Kane, who's got the old Borscht Belt accent, like she's the Yiddish grandma. Oh, Scotty, what are you doing? Oh, you gotta go to Kodiak. I'm like, wait a minute. What do I need? Subtitles? What the hell's going on this damn show? And why is Scotty
playing Locke's wife from Taxi? That's what it is.
That's right. Yeah, Locke. Ever since Locke.
It is 70-year-old Simca, or like, and I think they're trying to project her as and I believe she was teaching at the academy before this current assignment, but she reminds me of like Madame Susatska kind of music teacher that, like, but it's over. And I agree. It's so funny, Mitch. I literally was saying before you came on before we started recording, I know Irish and British people that are saying the same thing about Scotty's accent. And it's like, hey man, dial it down. Jesus. You're a real Scotty. You don't have to.
I couldn't understand what he was saying a couple times. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't
know. Brian says the ship may have had too much damage since wires were hanging all over the place during the episode. I
that place falls apart, man. It's like a freaking spirit place at Halloween time. There's stuff falling off the rafters, and the ceiling tiles are always coming down. But
And Mike says Hemmer was such a great character and wasted. I wish they would do more new characters and stop effing around with beloved TOS characters. And I agree with that. I think the reason why Hemmer had such a quick exit was it really was messing up the blind actor. And wow. I think that makeup was really like uncomfortable. And that's my assumption. I could be wrong. But it really annoys me because we only got like 4 episodes of Hemmer, and now he's like, this like beloved, like almost TOS character. Well, I remember Hemmer. Really? Well, we barely remember Hemmer because he was only on like 4 episodes.
Were you confused? I forgot that those other people had gotten taken, and because it's been 2 years, which I was amazed by. But they were taken, and they were being used as food for the Gorn, which is a whole other weird thing I don't get going on. And I Fly the Ship lady lost a couple fingers there, so that's going to come into play, I assume, because she ain't flying that ship with a full set of 10 digits now.
It's fixed in the wedding. She has her hand in the wedding.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. I was like, wait, did they just grow her fingers back? Because it was just like thrown off to the side.
Well,
I'm like,
they could.
Why don't they just grow a brand new Hemmer?
I was gonna, right? Why didn't they grow Hemmer's eyes? Or were there the whole race was like? I don't know.
The race is blind. They're like that.
Why didn't they give him the Geordie thing?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. But regardless, and I don't think it matters because he truly is blind, unlike LeVar Burton, who found the vice.
I know. It's called acting, John. I know. But listen to me. The thing of it, I don't get to. So when these things hatch on you, is it like Alien where they take the form of the host, so they were going to be like humanoid, or were they going to scurry around with those little tiny heads? That they showed us a couple Gorn so far. They showed us the little doggy ones that ran around that time on the ship they were climbing over. They showed us the big one that the I Fly the Ship ladies having nightmares about now that looks like Lizard from Spider-Man, but a little tiny pea head. Who's the smart one? I mean, is there like a supreme leader one that's like a smart one like Captain Kirk fought, or we're not even going to get into that? Because who's flying those ships? Who's building that stuff? I don't get it.
Further, how does their physiology match enough with Ortega's, who is flying blind? And I know, and also, fine. You have a cute catchphrase. Take it easy. Take it easy. I fly the ship.
She sign that on all her pictures on conventions. When see if she signs that.
Fine. That's okay. It's just like Engage or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it can't be awkward. And it really was like, in case you forgot, catchphrase. It should have had a.
When she sends a subspace email, it's their tagline at the bottom. You know,
I fly. Oh, they know it's her. Yeah. You know who I really annoyed? I don't know why. Was it Sam Kirk that's on the show all the time now?
Yes.
Get this guy out of here. I was like,
they don't give him anything to do. Don't give him anything interesting to do.
Huh?
They don't give him anything interesting to do. I agree with
you. Is he like the Dr. McCoy? Because he kind of reacts and goes, "Oh, he's almost like Dr. Smith." I go, "Why?"
Even the crew doesn't like him. And Spock in that second episode says, "You're
annoying.
You're stupider than your brother." Yeah.
And
you have a cheesy mustache. Yes. I don't know what it's the third. It's the third season. We should know what he does on the ship, other than be there. And I'm sure there's somebody with memory alpha would know.
Why didn't they get the other actor that plays Kirk to play him and just put a shitty mustache?
Oh, no, I don't want that. I hear what you're saying.
I don't even want him on the show, so let's get rid of him.
Well, I was excited when we saw him in the first season because, that's great. They're going to finally, other than that one cameo in Assignment Earth, or no, whatever it was called, I forget what the episode. We'll get a backstory for Sam Kirk. No, just bad comic relief. Whatever. It is what it is.
He's going to die eventually when the fried egg hits him in the back and kills him.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of death, I really think it was a missed opportunity to not have either Captain Battelle or Ortegas die from their injuries, because then we'd feel a little more nervous. Because as others have already said, oh my God, Scotty's in jeopardy. No, he's not. Oh my God, Mabenga's in jeopardy. No, he's not. They're all in the
We're,
original series.
no.
We were saying that at the end of second season. So no, and I agree with Stanley. He says Scotty and Kirk are distracting. Yeah, I mean, we'll get our dose of Kirk, I'm sure, if not this Thursday, then very soon, because he's coming. But the Battelle thing, Pike's girlfriend.
Yeah.
On the one hand, I'm interested to watch and see. I have a feeling there's a target on her back, and by the end of the season, she'll be dead. And it's like, because again, they just want to stretch out the trauma drama. It's all. Even Scotty had a bit of trauma drama.
Yeah, but as a commanding officer, I was like, "What's this about? Who is that?" He's like,
because everybody needs to have a sob story. Every one of these characters feel my pain. Feel my pain.
He walks off camera because he's crying about his CO. We don't know his CO. We didn't see that, did we?
Well, no, but we're just him even just making that comment is what I'm saying, Mitch. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like nobody cares,
Nobody cares. Exactly. Well, except for the writers, because if you put that in, that'll chew up 30 seconds. That we don't have to actually pay attention on the story or the other characters, and also give Scotty something else. Oh, don't drink. Wink, wink. I mean, the whole thing, and even worse in the second episode, these guys just think they are so effing clever about effing everything. And it is just like Franco said earlier, I don't know who you're trying to impress, because all of us old timers are like, yeah, cheap attempt at member berries. And the young people are like, I don't know who that is. Why would I care? Why do I care? It's the Gorn.
I even saw the green liquor there when they panned over the bar. I was like, oh, there's the green. Like, what is it? It's green. I'm like,
it's green.
I get it. It's a joke. I didn't like the what?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did you like the filming thing? What was that all about? That slow motion close up of the faces and stuff. I'm like, what are we doing here?
A documentary.
It was very awkward. It's like close up, slow motion edits. I'm like,
is that second episode again?
No, it was the first. It was during the battle sequences of the Gorn attack.
I think that's what they were. I think that was the effect of the energy from the two stars.
Oh, I was like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, that's how I took it.
It was distracting.
But again, they've really overtech the Gorn in terms of like that giant mothership. What the hell? Yeah. Even a fleet of Starfleet spaceships show up. They're like tiny, and this thing is massive. And I didn't mind the hibernation thing. And of course, everyone's mind goes to best of both worlds, sleep, daytime.
Yeah, he put him to sleep. Yeah, that's all.
But again, cheap. And I don't know if Ortega's post-traumatic stress is going to manifest beyond psychological, or we're going to see the Gorn again before the season's over, or whatever. But again, I would like these aliens. I would find them more clever if they named them something else, and it's that simple of a fix. I'm trying to think of other big moments. I mean, I liked them being in the belly of the Gorn ship and trying to figure out how to escape, and that's why truly I liked a lot of the overall beats of the story. I thought it was great. It was Star Trek.
It was a good action-oriented episode, a nice season premiere to get you back into it. But it did have its issues with it because they overdid. I think that you said they overdid it.
Yeah. I mean, we can move on to Wedding Bell Blues if you have any.
You could have pulled back. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Was this like the best battle sequence they've done so far? Because I was watching and I think this is the first time they did an all-out.
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's better than the Romulan fight we got at the end of season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Stanley says he wants Captain Pike to have more to do. Yeah, Stanley, though, this is an ensemble show, and there are some Stockholm syndrome things that I'm like, all right, that's what this show is, and we'll get more into it in the second episode. But I mean, it's an ensemble show, and they want to promote everybody in the cast. That's fine. But I agree with Mitch in terms of, as much as I don't mind him soliciting opinions from everybody on the bridge. But yeah, it was interesting. Also, there's a Mitchell. Man, I hope that's not a different Gary Mitchell. Yep. I really, really hope that's not.
No, I thought that already. I'm like, she's the ensign and she's one of the bridge officers, and that's got to be maybe it's Carolina Mitchell. I don't know.
Carolina, great name. How come that's not used more in common parlance?
You
I
know
like
that's going to be Gary Mitchell.
I don't think so. I really hope we might actually see one shot of Jim Kirk on the Farragut and him like BSing with Gary Mitchell before he beams over or something.
this was his girlfriend, and that's a whole other thing.
Could be. Could be.
Banging her. Yeah.
I liked how she's like, hey, I'm not leaving until Ortegas is back where she belongs. And that's cool. All right. You know, I don't mind tough military moments from either sex when they happen. That's great. Because again, it's like, no, I want this to be man on a mission or people on a mission to broaden the spectrum. Right. And that's good. Because that is the attitude you should have, and that kind of toughness and everything.
But did they explain what the food thing was about? The Soylent Green thing? They were taking human hostages and putting them in feeding tubes to feed the young. Is that what we were doing with that? What was that?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was just their food sources. Period. Yeah, and kind of like the Matrix, but obviously that was more computer rather than actual physical need. But yeah, I just kind of
okay, all right. So it was like a Venus flytrap. Like they slowly digested like the Sarlacc, and that one that one dude face was rotted off. Yeah.
I didn't mind that they used Una's blood to cure Battelle. That's good, and I understand. I mean, at the very least, in terms of that, it's the concern that she is an Illyrian and Starfleet rules and all that stuff. That it's still in everybody's mind. Fine, that's fine. If you're gonna play a card like that, fine. Make it matter and make it important.
Yeah,
so that's
good storytelling right there.
Yeah.
What did you think of Admiral April? Obviously, he's not.
I'm always happy to see Admiral April. I wish they'd use him more.
So he was like, Federation says this, but don't we'll look the other way. Kill him.
Because don't you think the subtext is, hey, I've done this job. I know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And that's truly, I've loved, that novel where they really fleshed out Robert April for the first time. And Kirk was a kid with his dad, and his dad was April's security officer and everything. It's like, no, I think April's a cool character. There's potential there. Show him more. And also, he seems to have replaced Dr. Boyce from the original pilot as a older mentor to Chris Pike. And that's good. Again, I that's the big thing that I think is missing from the Cage, where I like M'Benga. By the way, and again, I really like that actor, and I really like that character. But much like we were saying about Scotty, when you hear Babs, the gentleman, speak, he doesn't speak with an accent. And again, I think he's trying to. I think they're trying too hard, because I need to put the captions on, because not only his accent, but he whispers. And it's everything's intense. There's no need for you to what? Say it again, please. So yeah, I now from now on, whenever M'Benga's on screen, I got the captions going.
So that was a 4 out of 5 episode. That was a good one.
Yeah. Honestly, I really liked it, man. I really did.
Other than
I watched them back. I watched them back to back, and I don't think that was a good thing, because you go from high adventure to slapstick comedy, a rom-com thing. I'm like,
yeah.
And there's only 10 of these, right?
There's only 10.
We already shot one down. I was like, that was a wasted thing there. So whatever.
Oh, you mean for the second one, or did you feel that way about
the one? No, not the first. The second one. I was like, throw that in the garbage.
We knew it was coming, and it really, what it really reminds me of was one of the Simpsons clip shows that Troy McClure hosted, and we've got a lot of exciting ideas coming up. Romance, whatever, and weddings, you betcha. And it's like, they had like Mo marrying one of Marge's sisters or whatever. And that's what I mean. And also in that trailer for this season, romance. And it's like, wrong show. Not coming here for romance. I don't mind if it's there, but it should be just, an ingredient, not Wedding Bell Blues, which is one of my favorite Fifth Dimension songs. And they have maligned it with sharing that title now. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We can get into Wedding Bell Blues, because what a mess. And there's a million wrongs in this thing. By the way, I don't know if I had said it to you guys. I said it to other friends who watched it. Doesn't this make Chapel a real a-hole? Because, I understand, hey, nobody knows when love's going to hit you, and so you fall in love with somebody else. I get that. But, hey, how's it going? Hey, have you met my boyfriend? And also, when they first get on the ship, Dr. Corby, you'll need quarters. No, she's staying with me. And he's staying with me. And it's like, man, you are cruel. Can't you have the pretense of him having his own quarters and you guys can sneak off and canoodle as much as you want? I'm like, man, you are cold, lady. And also, how does this reconcile? They can say whatever they want, guys. This is an alternate universe because this does not jive with Majel Barrett and Leonard Nimoy years later. It doesn't. Sorry, you're liars. You're a bunch of liars when you say that. Thoughts?
Going back to my other point about what I said about the first episode, who were they making this for? If they're making it for older Star Trek fans, how are you going to reconcile this relationship? If you're doing it for new Star Trek fans, that's great. Hey, I'm new to this. Let's watch this. And then if you watch the older episodes, like, what the hell? What happened between them? I just don't get it. I don't understand. Are they going to mind wipe everybody at the end of this, or what's happening?
They have to, because Spock forgot Trelane. So I was thinking, did they do a Jedi mind trick on everybody?
Well said, Mitch. I have photos to prove.
I know you did. I looked it up as soon as the episode was over. I go, I think he met him, because I remember him saying something like, "Oh, Mr. Spock, you're a spoil sport," or something, because Spock came down and took everybody. He goes, "I don't like you, Mr. Spock." So I go, no, he did meet him. So don't tell me he didn't.
Well,
are you telling me that's not the same character, or
no?
What?
It was the same. Well, they never called him by name. I noticed that they never called him by name, but it had to be. I mean,
because they're too cute for their own good. Aren't we clever? He might be Trelane.
Is Trelane a Q?
It was John Delancey's voice, so I was like, it must be
again, right?
Yeah.
We never actually saw Q.
Or is it Q? Or is it a Q? That's what I'm saying.
Mitch, you likely know. Wayne, you likely know. I don't know if Franco knows. Peter David wrote an amazing novel, Q Squared, where he basically says, this is Q's son. And not only that, but this is Q's illegitimate son. And I like that even better because Peter had the forethought of, no, we had a representation of Trelane's parents in the original Squire of Gothos episode. So that characterization doesn't jive with the way Q plays it. So let's, if anything, it's basically like, again, that Q and Trelane's mother probably got together, and that's the product of it. Also, I've seen other people suggest that now, not only that, but this Trelane is also Q Jr. from Voyager. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I mean, again, headcanon, you can think what you want. Personally, I'm like, no, I bet Q's out there partying his ass off and has a bunch of kids. And, fine, this version is his kid. But what I would have preferred is a very deliberate line saying, this is a young Q and this is an older Q. And I apologize for my son's actions. Our people tend to be very immature at this age. That's all you needed to say for one added line. But no, again, maybe it's Q, maybe it isn't Q. Aren't we clever? No, you are cheap and knuckleheads. And again, what you guys think is clever, all of us old timers, we're like, sorry, man, that's stupid. And again, I would have been different Q.
Or they could have just did it at the end. They could have done the Jedi mind trick where the Q said, the voice of the Q, or he said, they're not ready to meet us yet. And then he could have done the famous snap with the flash of the light. And then he could have been right back to where they started from. And then they could have been right in the transporter. And they go, oh, I want you to meet my boyfriend, Mr. Roger Corby. And none of that shit happened. None of it happened. And that way you could have reset the whole thing. They never would have met Trelane or Q or whatever. And everything would have been okay. It would have been like, all right, we know, the audience is the omnipotent one. We know that's going to happen years later. But for the crew of the Enterprise, including Mr. Spock, they'd never know that they actually encountered a Q. That's how they could have ended it, with one little like that, and it would have been fine. But they didn't. Or it could have been, remember Charlie X disappeared? I want to stay. And he was weird thing, and he was trying to mingle with people. They never said those were Qs. That was just like, this is our child. We are sorry, Captain Kirk. He's a young boy. Whatever. there's other ghostly aliens they've met in the past.
Sure.
Could have been the people that got Charlie X or something. It didn't have to be Trelane. It didn't have to be Q. It's like, what are you doing here?
But again, the way they dressed him, the fact they didn't ever name him.
It was him, no doubt.
Yeah, and again,
they named the character on the credits, Johnny.
Oh, I didn't look at the credits.
Look it up. Come on.
Yeah,
fact checker. What's his name on the credits?
And Chapel's boyfriend. Why don't I didn't look up anything, so I can't. And I have a bad memory about stuff. But where have I heard his name before?
Where the little girls are made of? He's the one like, look, it's me. He's the one that made the robot Lurch. Remember Lurch and that real hot chick that had that weird cross your heart bra thing going on, and they made two Captain Kirks. Remember that one?
Yes.
That's the guy. It's me.
Corby's a robot in that.
Yeah, I'm Roger Corby. Yeah.
And that's fine, whatever. And I don't mind because in the original series, Chapel leaves Starfleet to marry Roger Corby and then divorces him and comes back to Starfleet, according to the original series. So all that's fine. But what is lousy is, hey, Spock, how you doing? This is my boyfriend. How's it going? And yeah, we're gonna
3 months. That's it, right? Because they were retrofitting the ship.
I mean, it bothered me, and but again, and also it just makes Spock this like lovesick puppy, and it's like it reminds me of South Park when they made fun of Crystal Skull, and they said, George Lucas or Spielberg was sexually abusing Indiana Jones, and it's like, I mean, it's like you guys think you're so clever making Spock this putz. And it's like
he was more like Data. When they were showing him how to dance, there was an episode of that where he goes, "What are you thinking about right now?" He goes, "I'm thinking about the amount of pressure I'm putting in." Didn't they teach Data how to dance, or Data dances? Yes,
it was for O'Brien and Keiko's wedding. He was
that was it. I go, wait,
father of the bride. Yeah.
That's what this was like.
Again, whatever. This is my Stockholm syndrome thing regarding Strange New Worlds, and I got there the way with Lower Decks too, where I'm like, all right, this is the show they're telling. I hate it, but all right, this is what they're doing. I did like Lon and Spock's newfound friendship, and I would have no problem. Although, again, just change her name. Don't make her a Noonien Singh. Can't she be La'an Jones or La'an, Rigel 7 or something? But it's like, it's just, hey, how you doing? My name's Noonien Singh. We're going to become really good friends. And then, Khan Noonien Singh. Wow, what a stranger. Oh, I've never met anyone.
Refresh my memory. Does everybody in Starfleet know she's the granddaughter of Khan? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's kind of like Hitler, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of a notorious historic.
No, I don't know, but is it like everybody knows she's part of the eugenics family?
Well, she said growing up that she used to get teased because of her name,
right?
And because she is of Augment descent. So go back to the first season, but
also later on, Spock's not going to remember this. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying, man. Mike says this show gets Spock so wrong. It started with Discovery through modern Star Trek writers. It started with Discovery, though. Modern Star Trek writers should have at least a knowledge of his previous track. Well, no, everyone knows the explanation. Well, this is Spock and when he's younger, and he's exploring his human side, as one would do. And it's like, bull. I'm sorry. And again, I'm just, it's wrong. And also, I was waiting for somebody to say that Spock wouldn't recognize Trelane in the TOS because of the hypnotic magic that he was performing. Like first, when Spock encountered him, he thought he was a Vulcan bartender. And then through the reflection of the tricorder or whatever, we saw that it was an Andorian face. But I thought once Corby and more importantly Spock broke the spell, that they could see Trelane for who he is.
Yeah. And he is Trelane in the credits.
Oh, there you go. Kind of solved. It is him. They might not say it, but obviously.
Okay.
IMDb says it.
Go ahead, Wayne.
What I'm going to say is I've given up trying to shoehorn this into any type of continuity and just accept the fact that it's a different universe and all they're doing is just using the same characters. I equate it to Battlestar Galactica and Galactica. That all this is these are characters Starbuck was a guy in one series, now he's a girl in another. This is just a brand new universe, no matter what they say.
I wouldn't have a problem with that, and I didn't have a problem with that with Battlestar Galactica, but they've gone out of their way to tell us that's not what's happening.
I know, but I don't believe them.
Again,
I'm at the fact that I just don't believe them. I think they want to say that to try to keep the old people happy, and they have to know that they are so far off the original course.
Yeah.
But
and they just don't care.
Wouldn't you think after 9 years, though, Wayne, and 7 seasons of this protest, that they'd be like, all right, you're right. We're having fun with continuity. We're not trying to piss anybody off, but this is what we're doing.
No,
right. Again, they strut around like, aren't we clever? We're threading the needle. Aren't we clever?
It's like that producer that wanted the giant spider in the Superman movie, and he finally got it.
John Peters. Yeah.
So, look, they're delusional at best. They think they're doing Star Trek. They're not doing Star Trek. They're not doing anything that is the old Star Trek. They're playing around with continuity. There was that article that someone sent. I don't know if it was Mitch or John that sent it, talking about how Strange New Worlds playing in continuity, Franco. And again, it's just, I honestly think, as much as methinks thus protest too much, I will quote Shakespeare to express the fact that I've only been looking at this through the eyes of this is just like a mirror universe version of Star Trek, and that's why I'm enjoying it a lot more because
you've given up.
I there's no way you can shoehorn any of this stuff into continuity, into canon. So, okay, if it's not continuity into canon, am I at least enjoying the episodes, finding it funny? Sure. Like, yes, I know it's Trelane, but do I care that they haven't met him yet? No. This is a different timeline.
Well, you know what?
This is not even the Discovery universe. This is the Strange New Worlds universe.
No, it's like that Spider-Man cartoon that Disney just did, and everything was like, oh, this is the prequel with Tobey Maguire. This is not Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland. This is going to be the Tom Holland backstory before he meets Tony Stark in the Avengers. This is him in high school, and then they throw a curveball at you because then they go, well, it's not that one. It's a different one because here's Norman Osborn, and he's a black guy now, and then there's Harry Osborn, and you're like, wait a minute, it's not the same thing because the Tony Stark character has now been switched with Norman Osborn, but it's a parallel world. But I think that when you saw that, you knew you weren't there. But like you said, they've never come out and told us this is a parallel thing, but they're throwing enough curveballs at you that I think you just have to realize they're not going to say it, but you just have to realize it isn't the same thing. So stop.
And that's right, because there's no declaration from the producer that, oh no, this is the same thing. And that's where these jerks are jerks and smug and oh no, we know what we're doing. And it's like, again, all you're doing is making us, because you insist that it's canon.
Yeah. Why would you handcuff yourself like that? Why would you say, oh, it's got to be the Gorn? Oh, it's got to be this? Because that's what expected. It makes no sense.
Given that Kurtzman worked under JJ and they were very smart to make the Kelvin universe and say, no, this is an alternate universe. This is the point in time when things diverted. Fine. That's great. Excellent. Then all bets are off. And again, that's why I go back to my other point of I don't think they're going to do it. But if they didn't kill off Ortegas, now, maybe they'll kill her off at the end of the season. I don't know. They already killed off Hemmer. It's possible, but I don't think they are. And further, they got to save stuff for that 5th season for big stuff to happen in those final 6 episodes and things. So as frustrated as we are, not only we have another 8 episodes this season, we have another 16 before they wrap up. So I guess we'll see, what they do. Stanley says he loves the La'an character.
Yeah.
Again, I just wish her last name wasn't Noonien Singh. That's all. Mike says this show gets Spock so wrong. I already said this. Sorry. Well, maybe I didn't. Start with Discovery though. Modern Search. Yeah, they should have at least some knowledge of previous Trek. I have no, and also again, they think they're so clever playing with genre. I didn't mind that this was a bottle show and that it revolved around a wedding, whatever, that's fine. But all the different little romances, we got Uhura now with Ortegas' brother, and that's going to be a thing. And it's like, okay, I guess.
He wasn't on before, was he? He was brand new, wasn't he? Like,
new to the season.
He was?
Yeah, this first time.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't. It's been
documenting
2 years. I'm like, who's this guy?
No, they was just doing. He's like a documentarian, just doing the 100 years of the Federation.
Oh, that's right. So that was something that tied it all together. So this is our first contact world because they said it was 100 years since Zephram Cochrane. I met the Vulcans, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's not First Contact Day. It's 100 years since Archer at the end of Enterprise makes the speech from These Are the Voyages. We never see the speech, but it's the forming of the Federation. It is not First Contact. It is Federation.
No, the Federation Day.
First Contact Day was on Lower Decks, right? Didn't they do one of these shows had a thing about First Contact Day and they were making the sign? Okay.
Picard had Federation Day.
Right.
Season 3 had Federation Day.
All right. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Captain Picard Day.
That's right. There was Captain Picard Day. Yeah. And don't forget, every Tuesday is Sunday at Carvel. That's another story.
Every Wednesday is Sunday.
Every Wednesday was Sunday. Yeah. No, Wednesday was Prince Spaghetti Day. That's another story.
That's right. Anthony!
Because big fat.
That's right. Fatty, thin, for your fatty, fat friends.
B things. The problem with how they've depicted Spock in Strange New Worlds is he has to have some sort of traumatic experience to regress as a character before TOS. Yeah, or some rejection of I have explored the human side of my persona, and I find it unsatisfying and unfulfilling. I will now be stoic and forget everything that you all have made me experience for the last 5 years. And not only that, but to the point where I'm totally going to ignore Christine Chapel. And it's not going to, I mean, my God, man, can they make Jess Bush more adorable? Jesus. I mean, honestly, man, I have not had this kind of crush on a film character or a television character in decades. And it's just like, man, my heart hurts when I see her. I mean, she's just lovely beyond words.
Good thing I didn't book her. Good thing I didn't book her for the show.
No, I'd be cool. I would. Like,
restraining order.
If I could, no, shut up. If I had a Mel, if I could hold my crap with Melon Ackerman when she made Watchmen, and she was stunning and really nice, and it's just like, all right,
Rebecca Romaine, yeah.
Rebecca Romaine was lovely.
Around her, yeah.
Terry Farrell, I was cool. Nana Visitor was really very sweet to me. And really, I'm like, all right, listen, and not that I'm going to have a crush on you, but like, all right, I'm going to start crying because it means so much that you guys are being so cool to me, her and Andy Robinson. So
your head might explode on August 8th to the 10th when you see Haley Atwell and Lindsay Wagner and Karen Allen and
where are all those people going to be?
Well, they're going to be at Terrificon at Connecticut's #1 Comic Con on August 8th to the 10th, 3 weeks from now. Yeah. 3 weeks.
Again, it was just too silly. It's fine, but it's just, and also just knowing that the Murder Mystery holodeck episode is coming up. Is there another gimmick one, Wayne, that I'm forgetting that they've already?
There is.
What?
I know the Murder Mystery.
No, they do a puppet one. Wasn't there a puppet thing they showed? Some kind of stupid
I don't think. If they are, I haven't heard that they're going to do a puppet.
No, I think because it was 2 years ago. No, when we met them at my show, was that last year? I'm trying to think of when they were still filming this. When they came in last year, they were filming season 4.
No, they was or yeah, maybe they were. Yeah, I think they started filming season 4. Spock and
I
O'Rourke.
remember I had to fly them down from Canada, and it was in August, and they were like, "Oh, we got to go back to set." And I'm like, "Well, Jesus, what were they working on? Maybe this nonsense."
Yeah, it was 4. It was 4. Although they're still. And, by the way, I saw. If I didn't mention it the last time we talked, I saw Brandon Braga and Ron Moore on a Galaxy Con recent panel. The Inglorious Treksperts played it, and someone from the audience asked them how long it takes them to. Does it take a shorter amount of time to write a 10-episode season rather than the 24-episode previous seasons? And Braga said, no, really, it does take about the same time. I know that sounds ridiculous. You know what it is, Mitch, in my opinion, that when you're given that kind of latitude to write, that it's going to take as long as it takes, unless you've got a metaphoric gun to your head, like, hey, finish this. We got to get it out.
No, I think it's a contractual thing. It's like, hey, we contracted you for 10 episodes. Here's your paycheck. It doesn't make a difference what you're doing. You're still going to give them 10, and you're going to get the same pay. It's not like you got more, you know? I mean, do you think the writers on the old shows, they were chunking them out like piecework? Like, the more episodes you write, the more money you make. It wasn't like that, was it? Don't these guys all have, like, you got to do 2, and you got to do 2, and you got to do 2, and that's it? They don't like make it, you know, per episode they get paid.
Here's the titles.
I don't know.
You have the titles?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he does.
Shuttle to Kenfori is episode 3. 4 is A Space Adventure Hour. 5, Through the Lens of Time. 6, The Shallot Who Ate Its Tail. 7, What is Starfleet? 8, which is the other gimmick episode, 4.5 Vulcans.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Saw that trailer for that one.
Of course.
9, Terrarium. And 10, New Life and New Civilizations.
Finally. I mean, again, Strange New Worlds. Here's the Gorn. Strange New Worlds. Here's Trelane. It's like, it's in your title, assholes. I'm sorry. Just do it.
No, the one I saw that clip last year in San Diego, wasn't it? Where they or was
the Vulcan tease.
Yeah, they showed the clip where they're all Vulcans and they all had the eyebrows. And
again, that was the clip they decided to show at Comic-Con of, are we clever? And it's like, no, you're playing again rather than giving us good Star Trek. What are you doing? I mean, that's already, based on what we already know, we're going to inject you and you're going to be Vulcan. I don't think physiology works that way. I'm sorry. I don't think mentally it works that way. I'm sorry.
So what's Pike's girlfriend's name? Bendel or something? What is it?
Franco left. What happened?
No, what's her name?
Franco, you want me to add you again? Because I don't know why you left.
Patel.
Yeah, but
so she's recuperating in his quarters for 3 months. She's not anymore.
By the way, and I'm glad you said that, because obviously, like, several months passed from the Gorn episode to
the beginning of it.
Yeah, she needs treatment, I guess, to make sure that she's not going to Gornify.
What kind of treatment? Yeah.
Little 10-11 care from Captain Pike. I bet he's shown her his Pike. You notice his hair was a little bit normal this time. It wasn't like crazy.
He talked about his hair gel products.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Well, and by the way, the end of the episode with them dancing to "Wake Me Up Before You Go."
Yeah.
It's like, man, you guys can't stay away from the jazz hands, can you?
Thank God it wasn't Cole Porter stuff. Oh my God, if it was another of the anything goes stuff they used to do.
But I'd rather there be more classic stuff. I mean, it's like when they use the Beastie Boys in Star Trek Beyond. It's like, okay.
Well, after World War III, it's nice to know what survived. Wham survived. Cole Porter survived. The Beastie Boys.
You know what that means? That in the 24th or 25th century, wherever the hell they are, they're still Whamageddon.
That's right.
With that. Yeah.
I was hoping they were going to Wang Chung. You know.
I
know what
saw them the other night.
I know you did. That's why I threw that out there. You know what he should have played? No, ready? I wish I was with Jess Bush's girl or whatever. They could have changed that Jesse's girl.
Yeah.
I wish I was Jesse's guy. Spock could have sang that. That would have been great.
What? How was Wang Chung?
They were like Wang Chung. They were
good.
They were old.
Well, yeah.
They were old.
It was 40 years ago. Of course they were old.
They Wang Chunged and then they threw their back out. Yeah.
Wow. What else can we say about this episode? No, I didn't. I really didn't mind that John Delancey was there. I'm glad they made the connection and said, no, Trelane's a Q. But again, I think it would have been better in the same way that Voyager showed us different Qs. The episode where that alien, when Q lost his powers and Corbin Burnson showed up, Susie Plaxton was female Q. And also, I don't like the people that are like, oh, well, so Trelane is Q Jr. from Voyager. No, thank you. They are too different. And again, the kid was immature in a different way. And it's like, let's let there be more than one offspring of Q exist, please.
What did you think of Roger Corby? He didn't look like a scientist. He looked like a dude. I was like,
he's an Irish dude.
He was just
like,
there.
like an Indiana Jones type guy.
Yeah, it was like Indy. I was like, who is this guy? That's Roger. Roger Corby was an older guy that was like a scientist, like not this guy.
Yeah, I didn't get the science vibe from him. Yeah, I don't understand unless his science was more anthropological and he was studying ancient civilizations, so he stumbled on in the TOS era the robot.
Do the writers not even know about the original series?
No, I don't think so.
Or do they think no one's going to watch any of the original? Like, I don't understand.
Why is this a revelation to you now?
No,
yeah, why are you getting crazy?
Because they keep doing it.
Why do you think my hair's turning gray? Exactly.
It's like reading a comic book and then month to month the same writers forget what they wrote last month, and the reader's like, "Hey, Uncle Ben's alive? I thought he got killed by the guy." No, don't worry about it. Aunt May? Oh yeah, she's dead. Wait, what happened? Oh, what? She slipped on her bar of soap. When?
I killed her between panels.
Exactly.
I hear B Things saying here that we need to stop jumping to conclusions about canon with threadbare evidence that could just be winks and nods. B Things, too many winks and nods. I'm sorry. Again,
this is not threadbare. This is not threadbare. It's like a jumbo oversized rope. It's not threadbare. Okay.
You know what I did notice about now that you say that, when I was trying to find this on Amazon Prime, I'm going up and down with the little pictures. And I go, where the hell's Star Trek? Where the hell's Star Trek? And it's because they changed the graphics, and the word Star Trek was tiny, but it was like Brave New World or Strange New Worlds. That was the graphic. And I'm like, oh, it's right in front of my face. Because here I am, dumb me, looking for Star Trek. And the fact that they downplayed it to like it almost looked like a new program, I'm like, maybe that's the marketing now. They're like,
well, they are. Mitch, from even the Section 31 movie, that's what they're saying is that, no, we need to attract the non-Star Trek audience. We need to get them
all Star Trek Section 31 or not? Maybe.
Yeah. If you look, it is big and bold Section 31 and Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, but
I don't know where Star Trek is in it. I don't know. All I know is because I saw it the other day on the Paramount site that it's Section 31, and again, they're hoping that people will stumble on it.
Look it up.
Done, sir.
No, seriously. Maybe that's
no.
Maybe they're
you
trying
are,
to.
You are
what was
exactly correct because it's a huge Section 31.
Yeah.
And itty bitty Star Trek.
And what about the Voyager show? What was it called? The new one, the cartoon. What was that called?
Strange. Oh, Lower Decks.
Prodigy.
No. The
Prodigy.
Prodigy. See, I think that was just called Prodigy. They didn't play up the Star Trek thing.
Okay, 1 minute.
I'm just very upset about everything right now.
Well, again, I'm glad because I sometimes feel like I'm the only person yelling, and it's like, no, this is bad. Don here. Don says, I've been reading Richard Matheson right now, I Am Legend. We really need some science fiction writers here and now. Even if they don't know the old stuff, they should be able to write good new stuff. Well, good news on the literary side, they are writing good new stuff. Hold on, here's Prodigy.
Yeah, it's there. At least it's a little bit more noticeable,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how about what Mitch is describing with Strange New Worlds? Now, that was at Amazon Prime, you said, Mitch?
Yeah, I was like, what, did I not subscribe to Paramount Plus anymore? Where is this thing? I'm going up and down, and it's like, right here, buddy. I'm like, oh, shit, it's called Strange New Worlds now. It was always called that, but...
Stanley says Strange New Worlds needs a meaningful story through line. Well, I think they're trying to do that with this Gorn invasion, but again, it doesn't connect to the way that Kirk describes the Gorn in Arena. Like, a race called the Gorn. We've never encountered the Gorn, and they're suddenly, attacking star bases.
Did you hear Pike refer to his his inevitable death or not? Being
Yes.
That.
Yes.
I'm on borrowed time. We better get hitched up before things change. And I'm like, huh? He's not even going to try to change what's going to happen to him. He's not even going to be like, I'm not going in there that day.
They already did the episode where he tried to change, and then it ended up to a really nasty.
And Spock's going to be a Spock's going to be a vegetable. If he
better him than me, that's what I would have said.
Well,
maybe that's how he doesn't remember Chapel anymore.
Yeah. The way they're cavalier about, well, I know my fate. It's like, again, really bad decision on your parts, everybody, and I'm really sorry that you keep hammering it head forward, whatever.
I can even go with the argument.
On on the Paramount site, it's just basically small Star Trek, big Strange New Worlds.
Oh yeah, no, on my Amazon Prime thing, those little squares that they show the shows, it just screams Strange New Worlds.
So even if you go by the theory of like what they're doing with Star Wars, right, where the newer Star Wars, a younger generation likes them because it was their Star Wars, and we complain about it because we grew up on the old Star Wars. If you apply that argument to this, they're still fucking it up. like it's not working.
Editor's note: I did not drop an F-bomb tonight.
I know. I thank you, Mitch. I appreciate that.
Really? You said asshole. He just said fuck.
I did. Well,
that Canadian language.
I think a-hole is. I thought I said a-hole, but maybe not.
You
maybe
did. You said a-hole. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Well, that's why I don't mind. Like if you say effing or a, the abbreviations are okay.
I just do it for really comedic effect. That's what
this show deserves to get sworn at.
See, that's why you got to look at it like how I'm doing it, man.
You're Canadian.
Totally different.
You
don't even care.
You're delusional.
Say it. Ride the wave.
They're not doing enough Star Trek in their Star Trek, even when they are winking at us with canon and memberberry nods for my taste, and that's why. Again, if this were not called Star Trek, I'd have less of a problem with it. But there isn't.
My wife always goes, if it wasn't called Star Trek, would you be watching? No, I wouldn't be wasting my time.
No? Right.
I mean, there's so much science fiction out there that's better, honestly. The Expanse was better. I'm trying to think of this other one that was on.
Silo?
Yeah. No. There was another.
I'm hearing good things about, and actually as it's progressed, the Asimov thing on Apple, Foundation. Yeah,
that's it. Yes,
dropped. That one's you really have to think it through because it is straight from the original novels, but it's telling an interesting story.
That's not going to work for us. Look how much thinking we do for this.
No, you know what's weird? I love the first season of this show. I bought the DVD. I loved the first 10 episodes. I did not buy the second season on DVD because I was like, there's only like one or two that were okay. So far, I'm like, I'm not buying this stuff anymore. I don't care. But I'll actually go back and watch the first season because it was a lot of fun.
You're saying Strange New Worlds or
Strange New Worlds first season was great, but it's suddenly getting off the rails in the last 2 years.
Because they've fallen in love with their gimmicks, and they're like, "We're going to give you more gimmicks."
They do a lot of the gimmick stuff. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, look at the great response from the newbies about the musical. Oh, you like that? Well, we're going to do more BS.
Okay, I can tell you at the Star Trek convention, they did like the musical.
Yeah. Of course they did.
I like the musical. I liked it.
Like musicals,
but
again,
even Batman the Animated Series did a musical.
I liked Am I Blue, and when Batman sang Am I Blue in the Justice League. I liked when Buffy did her musical thing because it was clever and it was in story. I didn't like.
I would argue so with Star Trek, but go ahead.
Hold on, let me finish my point. But thanks for playing. The Flash musical, all they did was cover existing songs, and I'm like, all right, not much effort there. Yes, Franco, this one they do put it in story, but I just felt their gimmick of this real alien, whatever alien phenomenon made them burst into song. I thought was too ridiculous. I accepted it from Buffy because it's magic, because it's fantasy. This is pseudo science fiction.
Did you
Pseudo.
catch,
I emphasize pseudo.
did
I
you
like
catch,
Donald Lenza. He figured out Wayne. The Canadian is on gummies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you catch how Pike? Yeah. How Pike sort of brushed it off. That, everything
least what
they've
I-
gone through over the past couple of years. This is just another thing that they've done.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I like? I like that Pike's Catholic. I don't know where that came
Yes.
from, but he was saying his little prayers and he was talking all Catholic. And I was like, yeah, there's one of us in space. Yeah.
Well, they showed in that Discovery episode from second season where they found the planet that had merged all the religions into one, and there was like an Earth colony that was on the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so Pike's faith was there. I like the way they handled it here. I find it interesting that has been a point of contention of some critics. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being a man of faith. Kira was a woman of faith, clearly, on Deep Space Nine.
Hey, don't they remember the classic episode where Uhura says, it's not the sun up in the sky, it's the son of God. Wouldn't that be interesting to see it all over again? I'm like, wait a minute, go back. Jesus is coming to this planet over here that just has wasn't that the Nazi one where they like pretended they were?
It wasn't the Nazi one, it was the Roman one.
The Roman one, that's right, with the bread and circuses. Yeah. So they're
You
like,
got it.
yeah, they're worshiping Jesus. I'm like, wait, Space Jesus was there? Holy crap.
That'd be Michael Burnham. We all know Michael Burnham
It was Michael Burnham. Yeah, it was Star-Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And also I like the way that Pike is like, all right, Dad, this is, and that's great. It's this great little subtext of the little history of Pike that, all right, Dad, you always probably told me that when in doubt, pray for it. And it's like, all right, here I go, Dad. And that was great. I thought that was cool. I enjoyed that. I'm glad you brought it up. Because,
they're rounding the character. So I think he's the first Catholic in Star Trek lore. I don't think we've ever had anybody's religion.
Yeah, they didn't really play. If O'Brien was Catholic, they didn't play it up.
Nah.
I don't think James is.
He was Irish Protestant. You could tell.
And that's interesting because, of course, Babylon 5 absolutely played up a lot of religion.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad they did. And they even had like rabbis and other characters, earth religions and stuff. No, I enjoyed that. I thought that was quite good.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go to the whole Spock mysticism, he's got all his religion stuff going on left and right. And then why not?
No,
you know what? When Kirk married those people on the original show, he was the captain. I don't think they had a Bible, though. But there was like a little chapel. And remember he did the thing of the guy. Yeah.
Well, they even had a callback to the music that they play in that episode when Kirk is conducting the marriage ceremony, and we see it again in this episode, and it's the same music. And I like it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the music cue was absolutely the exact same cue, and it's the wedding march. It was a little and it's like good. No, that's cool.
And I like your theory that Rebecca Romaine is only on screen for so many episodes. I had to go back and see if she was even in episode 2, and she's in the crowd shot sitting there, and that was it. I don't think she had no other part, did she? I was like, oh yeah, Rebecca's on.
I don't know. I just saw her on the.
Weren't they taking blood from her? That new ensign was.
No, that's what's happening.
That was the one before, but I said the one that the wedding thing with Trelane. I don't think she was hardly in that one.
No, I think they were taking the blood from her in the episode.
Oh, in the beginning. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I just saw her going to some Star Trek thing in New York with Jerry O'Connell. She's all dressed up, doing some kind of pilot promotion or whatever they call that stuff now. The upfronts. Do they call that anymore? They don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they're still called the upfronts. Yeah. No, I saw her and Jerry on CBS this morning. She was the new season, and he walked on. And she said her brunette hair is a wig. It is a wig.
She's gonna be. Did they announce her already for? Maybe I shouldn't say it. Did they? For the Avengers thing, was she announced already?
Oh, I don't know, and it doesn't.
And I didn't say it then.
It doesn't matter because Chris Evans keeps protesting to the contrary. And it's I know. Yeah, that's adorable. You're going to be in the movie. We all know you're going to be in the movie.
No, it was
So-
there's a couple people because I can't say it, but anyway, there's some of the advantages of running a comic book convention. Sometimes you hear stuff that you're not supposed to see. You go,
No,
oh
it's
shit.
cool. No, it's cool. Stanley says, "Did you like Spock punching Corby?" Again, at this point with Spock, sure, why not? I mean, I thought it was stupid, but that's what they
Why
do.
didn't he do a Vulcan neck pinch on him? Why did he get punch him?
Well, because they needed to jolt him. Also, it was Spock's anger, and if he was calm and punched him, he wouldn't have been out of the delusion.
I was okay
and
with
I
that in
think-
the story. Yeah.
Yeah, Corby was trying to antagonize him, and he succeeded, and that's fine. You know, I don't like when Spock shows his emotions. I didn't like when Zachary Quinto did it. I don't like it when Ethan Peck does
Oh, Quinto was bad.
You know, well, again,
remember when he yelled in number 2?
Of course.
Remember that? Oh, it was so bad. The whole theater, we were laughing. I'm like, what is he
course.
doing?
Stanley does not like Carol Kane's Pelia character.
No.
Yeah, again, she's too one-note joke. And it's a shame because I do think she's a brilliant actress beyond her comedy. She was nominated for an Oscar for Hester Street, and back in the 70s and everything before Taxi. So I mean, I know how good of and of course she was great in Kimmy Schmidt, you know. But yeah, this is it's a little odd. It's a little odd.
Well, she needs her medical coverage from the SAG, so you know.
I guess they're going to have that episode where technology isn't working. I couldn't tell from the titles which one that might be, but where they've got the old-fashioned telephones all over the ship. You just see that in the trailers?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's going to be another goofy.
Again,
thing.
if they're trying to go after new viewers, none of these kids are going to know what those ththings are.
You know what they should use? Those Star Trek walkie-talkies from the 70s. That would be cool, and bring it all together.
And put Spock in that helmet.
And that helmet that was on Lower Decks. It was like in the background, that weird siren helmet thing that they
Yes.
made. And they're
Yes.
like, yeah, it's on Star Trek, kids. Buy it. Tell your parents you want Mr. Spock's siren helmet.
I did like the update to the environment suits that Spock and Chapel were wearing during the operation because it reminded me of the original series environment
That's right.
suits.
With the big hoods. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was okay with that. You know, again, I liked that interaction between Spock and Chapel in Hegemony, but I just think she was too cruel. And also, just like, you know, when I know Spock, you'll be the first person I tell. You know, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. I'm sorry. And again, I accept the emotion she's feeling, but I would think that she would have a little more courtesy to Spock, and especially given that she was so aggressive to Spock. And it's like, hey, the only reason why this guy is buzzing about you is because you got him interested. Shame on you. Shame on you.
I think your feelings
She's
are
a
clouded because you have a very big crush on her, Johnny.
I don't deny that. I do not deny that at all. Absolutely.
You ready? She's nothing but a Spock tease.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you. You heard it here first, folks.
On the back of your why don't you put that on the back of your I'm Ortegas, I Fly the Ship t-shirt? Okay. So, you know.
Hey, no, but did he refresh my memory? Did he give her that bracelet that they referred to? Was that like a Saved by the Bell thing? Like he gave, she's like, oh, where did you get that beautiful bracelet? And then Spock runs out of the room. I go, did he give her that for like a Ponfar Christmas present or something? It's like, you said you wouldn't give it. Did he give it to her? I don't remember. I don't know.
No, Spock didn't give it to her.
Yeah.
Corby did.
Corby did.
Oh, but Spock's reaction was almost like, oh, that's my ring. Where we're supposed
No.
to
No,
all right.
Yeah, he was upset.
All right, I don't know. It gets to be a little soap opera-y, and I'm like, what's happening?
Because that's what they want to do.
Because that's all they know how to write. Exactly. Because science fiction is too challenging for them. So they're like, we're going to lean on the relationships to the point of ridiculousness, and their science fiction solutions are lame.
Star Trek 90210.
Pardon again?
Star Trek 90210. I'm looking at the picture behind Franco. I just realized it. The only two dudes on the show are Pike, who's going to die, Spock, who has no emotions, is not going to date anybody, and Obanga had a wife or whatever, and then he's got the daughter. We don't know what happened to the missus. I don't know. Where is she? She dead? Well, where is she? Where's Mrs. Banga?
I don't know.
She's in another stasis field on another ship. He keeps
Exactly.
them on different ships.
He's got it. Hey, don't touch that transporter. That's
The whole
my ex-wife. Yeah.
The whole family's in buffers.
I'm not
exactly.
paying those alimony checks.
When he
Keep her in
hears-
stasis.
Yeah. She's in stasis on the Farragut, and when it gets decommissioned,
Exactly.
he gets very upset. He's
No,
why are you so
yeah.
upset? Oh well, I had a girlfriend stashed.
I had my wife was in that. Yeah. When she gets out of there, goes, "Where is he?" He owes me like 7 years of back pay and child support.
And by the way, they also used the buffer in the Art of War with the Klingon episode where M'Benga kills that guy. Now, I am hearing, you'll forgive me, guys, if you haven't already heard this, but I am hearing the ramifications of that episode will play out. And I hope they do. Because, again, and it's the one thing I would say about old Star Trek prior to Deep Space Nine and Voyager, but Next Gen, like somebody I was watching somebody say, they put Will Riker in an insane asylum on an alien planet, and next week, hey, everything's fine, back to normal, and that's why I like that Ortegas is having PTSD and everything.
No, Picard had that flashback after the board.
You're right, but that's
went to see his brother at the vineyard.
Yeah,
right. You're right. That's true. That's true. Yeah, but those are isolated incidents, guys, and there were more traumatic things that happened to everybody that you'd think would have and again, it was back then when it was a different television world. It was a different world. I mean, most of the syndication stations were not obligated to show episodes in the order in which they were received. So yeah, they had to kind of reset everything every episode. I understand why.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that they are going to carry through with this Ortegas, and I really want them to do it with M'Benga. Because, again, that's a big deal, and it should be. And that shouldn't just be swept away. I'm wondering what they're going to do in this, and I know we still have this season plus 4 to get to before we get to 5. But either the same various bloggers are pointing out the same comment that Akiva Goldsman made at one event about wanting to really make it go all the way to the original series. But I don't want to see that, and I certainly don't want to see these producers play with the original series canon and more than they already have.
So what are they? 5 years before original series at this point?
That's a good question. I don't know. The original Cage was rewriting the Cage as the Menagerie was 9 years before the event of season 1. They've
already done that.
Yeah, well, it's been a few years since the Cage.
Right.
So I don't know if it's only 4 years, 5 years. I don't know. I mean, I know it's more than just a year since the Cage.
Wait a second. The accident that happens to Pike, that happened when Spock was already aboard the ship. So when they leave, obviously he's still okay. Kirk takes over the ship from Pike. I remember the novel Enterprise where they show them, just changing the command. And he was still all right. So I guess I guess it happens a year or so into Kirk.
Well, Pike leaves the Enterprise. He becomes what they don't. He isn't a Commodore. They call him Fleet Captain.
Right.
And then this accident happens, and then we get the events of the Menagerie because it just happened. If you go back, that's what Commodore Mendez tells.
So it's within it's within a couple years of the
sure it is. Oh no, and nothing will shock me if the final episode of the 5th season of Strange New Worlds is Pike handing it over to Kirk, and then McCoy will be there by then. I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to see a Strange New Worlds McCoy. I really, really don't.
But you're gonna.
And
it doesn't make sense though, because when are they going to bring in Dr. Boyce if they're going to really go full out canon? Because you got M'Benga there, but he shows up on the original show. So what do you take?
That's the problem.
A week off or something?
Boyce is already in the past where the current events of Strange New World are, because the Cage was in the past.
Oh yeah,
even
that's
at
right.
that episode. So that's where we got. We might get Dr. Piper, before we get McCoy, because he's in the Where No Man Has Gone Before first Shatner pilot, and McCoy's not in that first episode.
Right. No, I remember. Yeah.
So there is wiggle room for one more medical officer before we get to him. But also,
wiggle room.
And they wrote they wrote off the other girl that was the other first officer that was in the menagerie, right? Remember, you said, "Oh, this one here will produce very athletic children," and this one.
She wasn't the first. She was a yeoman.
Yeah, but she's not. She's never been on this at all.
She's not there. No, she's not there. She's in the Otoy fan movies that the Roddenberry Foundation made. They cast a new actress, and that's great because those short movies, guys, if you haven't watched them, they're incredible. They are incredible. And even the even shorter ones before I get to the long one of Kirk in the Afterlife.
Yeah, I was going to say Kirk. I've seen that one.
Yeah, no, the first couple, it's Colt. It's a tie-in to an old Marvel 90s Star Trek comic where Yeoman Colt, in their Pike series, Yeoman Colt encounters this thing called the Memory Wall. And there these new scenes address that, and also the guy that played Nimoy in the Afterlife thing. You see him at a motion picture era moment and everything. So,
that's a question for you. Have they ever put an omnibus out with all those different Treks?
Well, there was it wasn't an omnibus. Remember, for a while. IDW was doing kind of shorter graphic novels collections. They did have one of the Pike series that only lasted 17 issues and actually ended mid-story because the license lapsed. So they never finished the story. But yeah, I mean, honestly, for people that are Strange New Worlds fans, also I should mention, I just had him on. I got to look up on my list the Star Trek writer that I just had on who's doing the Strange New Worlds comic, but he also writes for the series. We'll see his first episodes in season 4 and season 5. But great guy. I
just picked up a Trek comic this week called Red Shirts.
Chris Campbell. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. But somebody's like, "Oh, that was a novel too." I go, "It was?"
Yeah, John Scalzi, a fantastic sci-fi writer, wrote a thing called Red Shirt Diaries. And that's kind of like not official Star Trek. But no, Cantwell is.
Yeah.
And I love Chris. Chris is one of my favorite guys to talk to. Halt and Catch Fire, his AMC television show was amazing. He's going to have a new horror anthology show on AMC Plus at the beginning of 26. But Red Shirts is great. It was a great first issue. It's set in the TOS era, and it's a new ship, new crew. And because, like the title says, Red Shirts, nobody's safe. And he's like, I get to go to town because they're all original characters, and I don't have to worry about canon or continuity when it comes to these guys. It's like
everybody he introduces should die.
They die, every book,
sure.
It's like the Suicide Squad.
It's like when they gave Chekhov the red shirt and he did not want it.
He ain't putting that on.
Yep.
I don't know. So when are these coming on? Thursday now or Wednesday?
Yeah, Thursday. Well, late night. You're like 2 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
But I stayed up Wednesday night.
Oh, I know. I saw your text. Trek's on 3 a.m. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Got to stop texting at 3 a.m.
I know. I was I was up.
I thought it was on Facebook. Does your phone ding on Facebook? See, you guys. I apologize because you guys are so. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. I had to turn off my notifications because I'm like.
Oh yeah. Well, we have fun. When you have
that's fine. I don't want to. That's why I'm just like I don't need to be notified right away.
Here's a little known fact: when you have kids, you never turn your phone off.
So, or parents.
Yeah.
Or parents. Yeah.
24/7, and I'm like, ding.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
All right, I apologize because I don't want to.
That's all right. That's all right. My wife already swears about you enough.
What's that?
I said Sharon always goes, "Which one of your effing friends is this time?" I go, "Oh, it's Centrist."
No, I want Sharon to like me.
That ship sailed long ago. There's a list. It's like, no, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Am I on that list?
No, you're a good guy. We like you. You're Canadian.
Yeah, I can't think of what else. I haven't been paying attention to the novels lately to see if there's anything new coming up. What
is going on in the novel world? Do they have it on Strange New Worlds, Next Gen? I mean, all of them? Lower Decks?
They are still making ones of the old shows as well.
Really?
But John David Jackson.
In what timeline, though, John?
What do you mean? Oh no, it's in the proper Prime timeline. Discovery did a few novels. I don't know if they're still doing them lately, but while the show was going on, and there's been like at least 2, if not 3, Strange New World novels.
Yeah, I read one. Yeah,
John David Jackson's been writing a couple, and he's very good.
He is.
And
What are the Discovery ones in the Strange New Worlds past or in the
future?
In the future?
Oh, they were in. Well, I know one of them was in the past because it was a Giorgio as Captain adventure. And I don't, I got to be honest because I'm not as
nobody
much
wants to read them to find out. To be honest with you,
well, that's my interest in terms of how well the new show adaptations are doing compared to the old favorites and everything. And of course, Franco, did you ever finish reading Coda, that 3-novel wrap up of the old novel continuity? No, it's great.
Yeah,
it's really. It's really Crisis on Infinite Star Treks in the best way in terms of all the different parallel worlds and the scenarios that they established and wrapped up. It's very good, and they recognize that they are not that their universe isn't in the Prime timeline, which is funny, and it makes them risk things in a very epic battle at the end. So, B Things here says, I've discovered this week it's actually fairly easy to find copies of the Shakespeare book that Picard had in his ready room on eBay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I know they're doing the tour still at Ticonderoga, and I had heard that they're building a Next Generation Enterprise in the same way that they built the TOS Enterprise.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Oh, they got nothing else up there, so,
Yeah, really. Why Ticonderoga other than the pencils? What
I haven't seen that.
They got the fort. They got the fort and the pencils.
Yeah. Fort Ticonderoga, yeah. I haven't seen that mauve look in hotels since the 80s. Remember when everything was that purple, brown? When you go out to like the Marriotts and stuff? It all
we call those the good old days, Mitch.
The good old days, yeah.
When canon stood for something.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
We should get a younger person on this show because I every once in a while I see somebody put something up who's a lot younger than me that says, "Well, I love Discovery," or "I love this," or "I love."
Someone that's going to be at Terrificon, who's really one of my favorite people, Tana Ford, is a massive Star Trek freak, and sadly she's at a con this weekend because I was going to invite her to come on tonight because being younger and everything, and also I just want her point of view on a lot of the choices they make. And I'm pleased that a lot of times she's like, "No, you're not alone. I feel that way too."
All right. I was going to say, let's beat her up in person.
No. That's not that.
You don't like it. I do like it. You don't like it.
No, and again, I think we keep the right attitude of we're hoping for the best. And Wayne likes everything, so you don't have to worry about at least one person.
Not liking everything. I've given up.
Wayne is the Jerry Ordway of the group.
Make this work.
No, I so hear what Wayne's saying. Absolutely. Hopefully, talking to Ordway, by the way, next Friday on Word Builder.
I'll be talking to him on Thursday.
I know you guys just seen FF.
Wayne goes to these Star Trek conventions and sees all these people, so he's got to be nice on this show in case they watch it. Not that they're ever.
We should send you out with your iPhone, Wayne, and make you a roving correspondent and go and
you should, yeah. Give us updates.
You're 20 years old. What do you like about Star Trek? What don't you like about Star Trek?
Well, we people who watched our epic Superman debate the other day, I was at a comic shop in Stamford, Connecticut today, dropping them off tickets because not everybody goes to the comic shop in Harrison to buy Terrificon tickets. And I said to the owner, I said, "Hey, what'd you think of Superman?" He goes, "It's all right." I was like, "Oh," and he's like 30 maybe, and I'm like, "Really?" And he had a lot of problems too with it. So.
I spoke to a friend of mine who was into comics, especially Batman, 80s, 90s, and hasn't really been since then. And he watched it and he goes, "What is up with Superman? Why does he beat up the entire movie?" Yeah.
See? That's what my mom said.
I know a lot of people say. By the way, Mitch, I saw Francesa's review.
Yeah.
He's a cranky old jerk.
He hated everything. What's this Mr. Terrific? I go to see a movie called Superman. I don't want to see Mr. Terrific. And when
Exactly.
did he get a dog? When did he get a dog? I don't remember dog. I used to watch George Reeves. I don't know who this is. I go, dude, everybody knows Crypto. Even my mom knows Crypto. Come on.
Somebody on YouTube put together, and I don't mind that we've shifted past Star Trek and having these few moments talking about this stuff. Somebody posted 3 different times in previous Superman TV and film that he encounters kryptonite, and they had that fantastic George Reeves, not only the kryptonite episode, but also the George Reeves episode where he flies and hits the meteor and he has amnesia and he doesn't remember that he's Superman, and he goes back to his apartment because he's got a little patchy kind of memory, and Jimmy is like, "Hey, Mr. Kent, I hope you don't mind that I'm here at your apartment, but your landlord let me in." And so he's eventually convinced that he is Clark Kent, but thinks Superman's a different person. Fantastic. I mean, really, it's like a good majority of the half-hour episode is him wondering who the hell he is. And it really does. For me, it held up. I thought it was a great episode.
Didn't he have the suits hanging in a closet?
He did, and that's why he finds them.
It's like he'd open the door and there's a Superman suit. I go, so much.
Well, secret panel behind his.
Okay, all right. Like the clean.
And he's like, Jimmy, he goes, he's even asking kind of Jimmy, he's like, Jimmy, is it possible that the power comes from the suit? Because he knows he's got the suit, but he's still not convinced he's Superman. It's like, no, Mr. Kent, he told me himself that the suit's just cloth. It's all him. And finally, he gets up the nerve and he jumps off the building and he flies. Yeah. It's great. But also, there was a Lois and Clark episode with everyone's favorite jerk, Superman. Dean Cain didn't remember who he was. And there's also all this great stuff from the Smallville pilot. Lana having the kryptonite necklace. And I've forgotten that he's Whitney, her jerk boyfriend, puts the necklace on him and strings him up in the cornfield, Christ-like.
Whitney, played by my pizza munching buddy, Jensen Ackles.
No, that's a different guy.
He was the football quarterback, right?
No. Whitney was the football quarterback. Jensen Ackles is the football coach from later in the seasons.
Okay. The mother.
Whitney later, after leaving Smallville, did that one season Flash Gordon that the CW tried to do.
Oh, I remember that shit. Yeah.
So, but no, it was. I forgot that Whitney was a jerk because later on, he's nicer to Clark and everything. But no, he goes. I forget. Either he joins. It's kind of like Flash Thompson. I think he joins the service because I remember when they make like a video. Hi, Whitney, I miss you. Blah blah blah, and everything. And Clark's taping it for Lana. But Lana. I know Lana. Excuse me.
Leia or Leah?
Yeah.
Which character?
Leia. Princess Leia. But
Leia.
They call her two different things in the movie because
it's Leia. Come on.
Goes, Princess Leia. Before your execution. Huh? No. Lando Calrissian calls him Han. There's still a chance to say Han.
I know.
Platform.
Han.
Yeah. Look, it's Han.
It's so funny.
What?
Even there's a dramatization of Dark Empire that they made, and Billy D played Lando again. And even in that, he's like, "We got to get Han."
Yeah, I know. That's that Bespin accent he's got. No one knows.
I love it, man. That's all right. That guy can do no wrong in my book. I thank you again, Mitch, for making that happen. But
I saw him. There was a T-shirt that said, what was it? Bespin 45 works every time, and it had a picture of him and Princess Leia throwing him back some beers. I'm like, that's a cool shirt. I gotta get it.
Those Schlitz malt liquor commercials from back in the day. That was, come on, he's the king of cool. I told him that in my interview. I'm like, hey man, you and Steve McQueen, you guys were the kings of cool, man. Yes, I was. So I will not have a booth at terrific. No, I will not.
No, what we got is this thing on wheels, and he's just going to go around like a skateboard. And
no, I'll be like Captain Pike in the Menagerie.
Beep, beep.
Exactly.
Johnny, aren't you going to be selling some hard copies of your talks? Is that
thank you, Mitch? Absolutely, I am, and shame on me for not having a graphic ready to promote that.
Wayne, do you have a graphic of John's book?
No.
The Word Balloon magazine, which is thank you. This gives me an opportunity to do a commercial.
You're fired, Wayne.
For $3, a $3 subscription to wordballoon.com/Patreon, patreon.com/wordballoon. I beg your pardon. you get an e-magazine of transcriptions of my interviews, and I did one because Jim and I, Shooter, had an amazing conversation at Terrificon a couple of years ago. And with the death, I'm like, oh, something that would be a good chapter of the eventual Word Balloon book. So we made a hard copy, and I will have it on the Terrificon table if that is allowed, Mitch, to sell.
Depends
All
on
right.
my
Well,
I'll get some corn out of my teeth for a while, and then we'll see.
we're doing a we're doing a panel of a tribute to Shooter, and I thought, well, people can buy it, and if they want to get all the guys to autograph it and stuff, that'll be nice. So there you go.
I know Franco's going to be busy in San Diego.
Yeah, tell us a preview of
writing, talking about this book.
I will be. Well, we're gonna have a Flash Gordon Adventures 2 coming. I have Chase Speedington coming out in November, and they haven't announced it yet, but it's coming soon. Ninja Kaiju is coming next February, but also exclusive at Terrificon, August 8th to the 10th. I will be signing copies of the exclusive Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob comic book. So I will be selling it, or Mitch will be selling it, and I'll be signing at the Terrificon booth a couple of days, an hour a day somewhere or whatever. Yeah,
nice.
True. So you can pick that up. It's exclusive and stuff.
Nice.
And speaking of exclusive, you can get the first ever original Terrificon comic book, Captain Terrificon Presents. This issue is written by Paul Kupperberg, and it is the Scary Squad. Even though it looks like it's Scary, he's told me it's pronounced Scary. It's like an English thing. But this is an original story about 4 kids who go to Terrificon and get some possessed cosplay clothes, and mayhem ensues. I'm in it, and a lot of cool stuff. And for you fans out there, even my dog, Harley, the terrific dog, shows up in a little misadventure. And kids, you get to buy 2 copies so you can rip them out and hang up your Captain Terrificon pinup. Look at that. So buy that. $5. I need the money, or my wife will beat me up.
Who did that cover, Mitch?
The artist's name is, it says P.T. Kennedy. I don't know who that is. Shame on me. Shame on me. Oh, here it is. The art is by Pat and Tim Kennedy.
Okay, then.
They are not part of the administration. They're the different Kennedys. So, not to be confused with the Dead Kennedys, which was a band back in the day. So,
yes, they were.
Really dead.
Or Kennedy, who was on MTV for a while.
Or the infamous Senator John Kennedy that has no relation to the Hyannis Port Kennedys.
Or my niece, who was just born, whose name is Kennedy now. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But anyway, yes, a lot of things. Oh, you know what, Johnny? We forgot to mention who was just announced for Terrificon, a rare appearance of an Academy Award-winning star. You might know him as Data from the Goonies, not Data from Star Trek. You might know him as Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And you might know him from his Oscar-winning performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once and season 2 of Loki as OB. That's right, Ki Kwan, my buddy. That's right, he's actually a friend of me. He is coming to Terrificon. You ain't going to see him at Fan Expo. You ain't going to see him at New York. You ain't going to see him at Star Trek Con. But if you want to meet Ki Kwan, you come to Terrificon. Dude, he's putting the con. Wait, terrific. It's Terrific Kwan. That's right, Terrific Kwan. With Key Saturday only. He's my buddy, and he's flying in Friday night because I said, Key, you were here 10 years ago before all this success. Could you come back for the 10th anniversary? And you know what he said? You, Mitch. No, he said, I will be right there. And that's what kind of guy he is. Key's the best guy in the world. He's literally getting on a plane, flying in Friday night, meeting all the fans on Saturday, and going back on Sunday. But he's a man of his word, and you don't see a lot of these people, especially in Hollywood. But Ki Kwan, you'll see him at Terrificon. Terrific Kwan. That's what we're calling it.
I like it, Terrific Kwan. Perhaps that's the name of the show on Saturday.
Yeah, he's I know I should change it. We're changing for one day. But no, he's a very, very great guy. If you've never had a chance to meet him, he is one of the nicest people on earth in Hollywood and everywhere. He's a genuinely terrific person. So yes, go meet Ki Kwan at the show. So
Excellent. Also, Art Baltazar suddenly.
Artie's
joined
coming to the
us.
show. I think Artie's bringing Artie Jr., if he's still listening. He said his son is coming.
Gordy. Yep.
One of the boys. He's got two of them. I don't know which one's coming. But
I think Gordy,
Franco
yeah.
will be there. Johnny will be there.
With,
3 out of 4
with my son Nicholas as well. So
That's right. And I'll have both my kids there. It's Sunday at Terrific Con. So look at that. Yeah. Sunday's fun day. And it's actually Terrific Con days in the state of Connecticut. His order of the governor, Ned Lamont, it took me a second. Ned Lamont has sent me a proclamation. I don't have it in front of me here, but it's a big paper, and it's got like a gold seal from the state of Connecticut, and it says proclamation. It's got a lot of words like whereas and thereas and hereby and the honorary, so you know it's legit. So he said, in honor of the 10th anniversary of Terrificon, supporting the arts, supporting the creative community, encouraging imagination, and keeping the American spirit of the comic books alive, I, therefore, his honorable governor of the state of Connecticut, hereby declare Terrificon days on August 8th to the 10th in the year of our Lord AD, yada, yada, yada. So there. It's a big thing. I'm going to have guys with trumpets. And I'm going to walk down a red carpet, and I'm going to have people throwing rose petals and stuff.
But then you'll have to have someone whisper in your ear, "You are only human. You're only human."
No, that's not happening.
All right.
I'll have Johnny in my ear going, "Will you stop interrupting me?" Like freaking Nurse Ratched over there.
Yeah, I'm Nurse Ratched. Exactly. Absolutely.
I want my cigarettes, Nurse Ratched. I want my cigarettes.
So we'll see what, hey, Mitchie, do you want to do something next weekend when these boys are in San Diego and do episode 3?
Let's see next weekend.
Okay, we'll play it by ear.
No, I'm just saying, Thursday's, Fantastic Four.
Right.
And then I got to watch Star Trek to talk about it with you. The boys will be in San Diego. Wayne will be around, right, Wayne?
No, Wayne's going
to San Diego too? Oh, well.
I might be able to join you.
That's all right. You'll be in the hotel room.
See what your social schedule's like, Wayne.
Yeah, move the dead hook out of the way, get the cocaine off the laptop, and we'll be fine. We can do that. And
pay $30 for a hot dog at the hotel prices.
Not everybody goes to San Diego, so sure, next Sunday we could be here. Same bat time, same bat channel,
That's
same
kind of what
attitude, same yelling about.
And I feel sad this year.
Yes, I know. Same
because
hate watch.
I can't get you your Indiana Jones pin.
I got enough shit down here. Don't worry about it. But next time, look at this. Right. I even have my little phaser from when I was 5 years old. Look at that.
They've changed the rules for Hall H this year. They went back to wristbands. So, yeah, I'm not going to be standing in line to get a wristband so I can go see the Star Trek panel. Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a Star Trek panel at San Diego and then Star Trek.
In Hall H, they have a wristband policy, and you have to stand there like in the morning, like at some ungodly hour. And then if you get the wristband, and the people that do basically stay there forever.
They can't. Yeah.
So it's not like the year that I walked in when there was the strike, where it was so easy to walk into Hall H. So, yeah, unfortunately, I cannot go there.
They have a Star Trek panel, but aren't they doing?
Yeah, why are they having a Star Trek panel?
Because they're going to talk about Star Trek Academy and Strange New Worlds.
Oh, Star Trek Academy.
Next year, Academy.
No, you know why I think they're doing it? Because isn't Marvel not doing anything this year?
Yes. And I don't know if
Warner Brothers. I don't think Lucas.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised that they're actually doing the wristband policy, because there's really nothing there this year.
Yeah. I was going to ask I don't know the other big Hall H presentations.
There was Tron Ares, but I don't know if they're going to show.
That's right. But that's Disney, and they're not going to. I don't think they're doing anything.
Well, you would have thought they would have showed Lanterns. That's in production, right?
No, nothing. Warner Brothers isn't doing anything. Marvel's not doing anything. Disney's not doing anything. Yeah.
No.
Well, Disney's got that D23 thing, don't they have that?
That's what I heard, that they're going to do a lot of D23. I saw a photo of whatever the DC setup is at San Diego, and it looked a little more elaborate than previous years, since Warner Television kind of absorbed, and you only had like a table or two, Franco, as far as what DC was doing at San Diego, as opposed to the giant booth that we enjoyed for decades.
Stanley's right. They're going to be a Peacemaker thing there. And George Lucas is going to be there talking about the George Lucas Library. That's true.
Yeah, about the library, but not
that's the wristband stuff.
No, he's got nothing else to do.
His first time at Comic-Con.
Ever?
Right.
Ever.
Yes, ever. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, that's surprising. That surprised me as well.
Is he going to be doing signings and stuff? Probably not.
No, I haven't seen anything about signings.
I doubt it.
I don't know. What else? We eviscerated Ironheart. You know, again, this could I'm happy to wrap up, guys.
It was an interesting ending, but overall it was Ironheart.
I didn't see it.
Didn't care for it myself.
No, it was an unusual take what they did.
Doctor Who briefly. They haven't set a hard date, but as I understand it, the War Between Land and Sea, the Sea Devils unit story that is kind of a spin-off of Doctor Who continuity, is going to happen at the end of the year, in 25. And really, I've mostly heard about it through British outlets. So I would assume we'll get it from Disney here in the States, but I don't know for certain. And I'm hoping that it's at least an entertaining story. And I don't know if the Billy Piper tease will figure into that, or everything's in limbo until whenever Doctor Who proper comes back. I don't know.
Yeah.
And stunned silence follows my comment.
No,
It's looking up to see if there was an actual release date. If it has.
No, what's so weird though? All those streaming services, I'm really thinking about now. After Strange New World goes, what the hell do I need Paramount for? For Tulsa King, maybe? I mean, why am I paying this?
Tulsa King, and I like the Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren show, the mob show.
Yeah,
I like
that's going to be over. That's over, right?
I like the Billy Bob show, Oil Man, Landman.
Landman,
they're playing around with South Park, so South Park is getting jerked around.
What about Disney? I mean, what do they go? Wakanda, maybe? I think they got some cartoon coming on.
Well, and Wonder Man's coming at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, they're running out of gas. The coal fire's empty. You spend all this money and there's nothing. The engine ain't going. It's like, why am I buying it?
Wayne alluded to they're going to mess with South Park. Yeah, given what happened to Steve Colbert this week, and everyone is like, I guess Jon Stewart's Daily Show contract's done at the end of December. And obviously the negative publicity they got with Colbert, it wouldn't surprise you if they just covertly at the end of the year just go, oh yeah, we're not renewing John's contract. So, but both will be fine. They'll find other outlets.
Oh yeah, they're not hurt for money.
Well, certainly not even from a money standpoint. But if they want to continue, and I know they both do, they will find outlets to voice and vent their opinions. It's a changing world, guys. When I talked to Loeb last Sunday, I'm like, tell me the economics of the previous era that Jeff was such a big part of, with Lost and Smallville and Heroes and all the ABC, Hulu, Freeform stuff he did for Marvel TV in those. I can't remember if it's 12 years and 14 shows. I can't believe it was 14 shows, but yeah. Oh, and also I've been watching, because I was wondering if it was streaming anywhere. I totally forgot that a lot of the CW stuff is still streaming on Netflix. And I was watching Legends of Tomorrow last night when I couldn't sleep.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That show's a lot of fun.
It got wacky in the last season, but it was still all right. It was trying.
Yeah. The big teddy bear.
Yeah, and what was that teddy bear's name? It came out a lot.
I forget too, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm
back in season. I'm in season 2 when they went back to 1942 and changed history, and they're dealing with the 1942 Justice Society. Yeah. That's great. And I forgot Rip Hunter was Rory from Doctor Who.
That's right. Yeah. He was on it for a while, and they got rid of him. Yeah.
Marvel Phase 6.
What?
Marvel Phase 6 TV series, Eyes of Wakanda, August 27th.
Oh,
Marvel
August.
Zombies, really? October 3rd. Each of these are only 4 episodes.
Oh.
Wonder Man sometime in December. Daredevil Born Again Season 2, March. 2026.
Yep.
Vision Quest is in 2026.
Wow.
And then your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, 2026.
Oh, and Vision Quest, of course, made by Terry Matalas of Star Trek
Yes.
Picard Season 3
Right.
fame.
That's right.
It's filming as we speak.
Yes, it is. Because that's why Paul Bettany ain't at my show.
Ah, bummer.
Okay.
Well, I am cautiously optimistic about Fantastic Four. I am curious to see how well it does box office wise. I don't care, but I mean, given that Thunderbolts did underperform and Captain America was a mess, I don't get me wrong. I realize that Doomsday can correct all concerns next year, but I really hope this movie is good. And the other concern I have, guys, and I don't think it's spoiler territory because none of us know what's going to happen, but like them coming, if they are coming to the 616, the Fantastic Four, doesn't that suggest they're going to lose in their movie in some way?
That's what I keep thinking. Like they escape Galactus, and then they wrote a commercial that's got regular TV. Oh, what's Galactus want? He wants our son. Well, why the hell did you have to do that in the commercial? You could have waited for the movie.
The scuttlebutt with everything I'm hearing and everything I'm seeing is that everything that we've seen in commercials or stuff like that happens within the first half hour of the movie.
Because I'm thinking if they're Galactus, obviously they're not going to give him Franklin. And I can see Reed Richards going, oh, the only way we're going to survive this if he wants Franklin is for us to get the hell out of here. And he'll leave the Earth alone and he'll chase us. So they jump through like a portal and Galactus is chasing him. So when they do show up next year, oh, by the way, hi, we're from outer space and we're coming here. Oh, there's this big giant monster right behind us and he's going to eat your planet.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. And then coming through the other portal, it's Dr. Doom, but he just looks like the guy that saved the Earth last time. It must be Tony Stark. And maybe it's going to be like a doppelganger thing. It's really Von Doom, but he looks like Tony Stark. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think the Fantastic Four is going to end on a happy note.
No, and Stanley, I've heard the same thing Stanley did, that they're saying Reed Richards will be the one that will be leading the Avengers, and if not Doomsday, definitely Secret War. No, yeah. I know. And that's, again, I didn't mind them showing the rocket ship at the end of Thunderbolts. I did mind them showing the FF logo because it's like, well, again, it's like, yeah, and I get it. They want to promote. They want people to go to the next movie. Totally understand. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out next weekend.
We got a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And John, every time you say Fantastic Four, you got to sing it.
Sing it. Fantastic
Four.
That wasn't my FF. It was that because that's not the Hanna-Barbera one, right? That's the 90s.
Hanna-Barbera was
every commercial.
And
when they
want me to sing, I'm going to sing "Ring, do your thing."
No.
Terrible show.
Fantastic Four, along with their friend Herbie the Robot. Wait, what happened?
When they cut to the end title card, they always say Fantastic Four.
And they had the Thing cartoon. There was that weird kid.
Yeah.
With that ring and stuff like that.
Ring
Yeah.
King.
That's how he turned
Yeah.
into
And there was that weird anime.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That and like Mitch said about Herbie and everything, that they didn't want the torch.
No, but there was actually a good one in the 90s my kids watched, and Chuck McCann was the voice of the Thing. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, that's
that was
Chuck
an anime
McCann.
looking one, wasn't it?
No, that came afterwards. There was one, like, it was a 2-season, early 90s Marvel Studios. So it's when they had the Iron Man show. I think they had the Hulk show.
And they had the Hulk, yeah.
2-season Fantastic Four. I think it's on Disney Plus here.
Oh, yeah, they are.
That was a good one. They adapted a lot of stories from the comics.
The great one was the Silver Surfer show from the 90s.
That was a weird show. The animation was like, what is this?
The animation was wonky, but the stories were great.
Oh, yeah, but the CGI was like, they were just learning how to do that stuff. It's like,
yeah, I hear you. I still liked it.
Yeah.
I have the original one from the 60s.
No, I know. Those they don't release anymore, but a buddy of mine has them all on bootlegs. They were on Boomerang.
I have them on DVD.
Boomerang.
My animation teacher in college worked on a bunch of those.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
Because I asked him why did they do the the stilted, only moving an arm and stuff like that? Because Marvel made the deal with these things and they wanted it, so the animators animated the thing and they went back to Marvel and they showed it to Marvel and they're like, no, you have to use our artwork. You know, the artwork that the comic book guys gave you. And they're like, well, how are we supposed to animate that? And they were under directive, and that's why they only moved the
That's
arm.
the Marvel. That's the Marvel superhero show. That's different. The FF show was a Hanna-Barbera.
It was a Hanna-Barbera.
Right. Yeah, but I'm talking about the old.
Oh yeah,
the
the
Marvel
yeah,
superheroes.
with the Submariner and that.
March long.
Right.
You're a part of
Now those theme songs I can sing.
I
Stronger
know
than
that guy was at our show. Jack Urbant was his name, and he came. He wanted to perform them all. We couldn't get the piano, but I talked to that guy for like 3 hours. He might still be alive, but he's got to be like 94.
Wow.
But he was like that character that Martin Short used to go, "Give me a C, a peppy C. He's Namor, and he sings on the whales, and he's yeah, whatever else you want." That guy, he was something else. He never read any of the comic books. They gave him a stack of comics on a Tuesday, and they said, "We'll be back tomorrow." Okay, when Captain America throws his mighty shield, yeah, everybody's gonna yield.
On YouTube, there's a 6-hour supercut of all the Marvel superheroes cartoons in order. They're great. Everything. All 5 shows.
And you know who's the voice of Tony Stark, don't you?
Yes, I do. Dean Wormer.
John Vernon. Dean Wormer's on that sucker. Yeah.
I've got to save Pepper.
Yep. Oh, I think he was also Thor, wasn't he?
I was never certain if he was Thor. He certainly Thor with the Shakespearean dialogue, but sounded like the same voice.
They had a lot of the same voices and stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
I think a lot of that.
I've been watching on Me Toons Speed Racer, and man, that's a messed up show, man.
Me Too. We get Me Toons now. It's a new thing. I'm like, what's this? And they got the Super Friends and Plastic Man's on it.
It's Me TV.
Me TV. Yeah.
These channels, absolutely.
And every night it's the Justice League or the Super Friends, whatever they call them.
They do I saw you mention it the other day, Mitch. Absolutely, they do all the different ones. Even the one that initially didn't run on American TV, but then the first time it ran on American TV was on the USA Network in like the late '80s or the early '90s, where it was another hour long. I think that was the challenge of the Super Friends.
Oh, or the Galactic Guardians.
Oh yeah, Galactic Guardians. That's exactly the one. Yes.
And Rene Auberjonois is on a lot of those. He's the voice of what's the Desaad? Who's the guy that's with Darkseid?
That makes sense.
Desaad.
Sure.
You can hear his voice because he doesn't even try to cover it up. It's like that's Odo right there.
That's cool. I like it.
Odo was the voice of Spider-Man. Did you know that?
When?
Everyone got quiet. The Rock comic that came out, it was called Spider-Man, the Rock comic. It had a white cover. Johnny Romita Sr. did the cover, and it was a rock and roll comic book, and it was about Spider-Man teaming up with Doctor Strange because the Kingpin kidnaps Aunt May. It's a very fun record I had as a kid, but the voice of Peter Parker and Spider-Man is Rene Auberjonois, and when he was at the show, I brought the album in for to sign it. I go, "Do you remember about anything?" He goes, "Nah, it was just a day gig. I got paid like $200, and I read something, and that was the end of it." I was like,
"There's that Fantastic Four 70s audio show, and Bill Murray was Johnny."
The Human Torch. Yeah, that was on for a long time. You could get that on like some syndicated radio. It would come on like every Sunday night, but I think it's on YouTube. You could download
the archive or the Internet Archive. Archive.org.
Pretty good, actually. He's funny though in the background. No, Sean Gunn's not coming this year. He's been here 4 times, but not this year. My drinking buddy Sean Gunn, who let me know that he was Maxwell Lord two or 3 years ago. I was like, really?
Well, I hope they give him fun stuff to do in Peacemaker.
Now, you know what? I'm going to ask you. I saw 3 different headlines today. Superman drops 70%. Superman sets record, $400 million. Superman drops 50%. It's like, what is going on out here? You know, it's like, what was that? Tokyo Rose in World War II? Hey, go home, GI. Your wife is banging the milkman. It's like, what is this?
A lot of the jerky reviews are making a lot of hay because they're like, well, technically, the Superman film did better than Man of Steel, but actually, if you look at economics,
I saw that
it underperformed compared to Man of Steel. But regardless, it's a different movie-going world because of COVID and the strikes. That's the reality, and also the failed performances of the DC film universe leading up to this. And so regardless, I think they're going to be fine. I think they have faith in what James Gunn is doing over there. And again, that's why I'm really more interested in what Fantastic Four does. Will it impact in a negative way the Superman movie? Will less people go? I don't know. But and also the fact that they front load screenings now. I mean, I miss those days when a new movie would be in the theaters for 3 months. But
I was going to go see the Jurassic Park movie, but it's already like gone. I'm like, it just opened 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
You know? Because they have Superman's playing in practically everything. I think there was a card.
I'll reenact it for you, Mitch. That's it.
I think there was some cartoon that opened too, or something. Smurfs. Oh yeah, that was it. I think the Smurfs opened up.
It bombed. But there's a lot less. There's a lot less theaters now, and they're going to fill the screens with what's making money. That's just simply it. There, no F1 if Superman's going to be selling tickets.
Yeah.
I heard Superman is close to 500 million now, but also heard closer to 400 million. The reports are conflicting. B-Think says, it's weird. I like the Superman movie so much, I kind of don't want to see the FF now. I just want to keep the feeling of Superman going. Okay.
Well, go watch FF and then go watch Superman again.
Yeah, sneak into another one. We used to do that.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to try and see it on Thursday as well, Mitch.
I saw 3 movies in one day. Back in the old days when you could do shit like
that.
Oh,
sure. Back in the old days.
I saw Little Shop of Horrors, Mosquito Coast, and The Three Amigos all in one day.
Wow.
I saw a double feature back in the day of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade and the Dream Team. Remember that with
and Michael Keaton and
Peter Boyle.
That was a good day. It was a double feature. Yeah, Jim.
Doc Brown. What's his name?
Christopher Lloyd. Peter First.
Lloyd. Yes.
Stephen First. Stephen First.
Yeah,
I like that movie.
Yes, Stephen First.
I like that movie a lot. Yeah, and Lorraine Bracco.
Oh, really? She was the psychiatrist?
Yeah, she's the girlfriend. Well, no, she's the girlfriend of Michael Keaton's character.
Oh, no, you know who wrote to me
yesterday? Was the guy in that movie. Go ahead.
You know who wrote to me yesterday, wanted to do the show? He was begging me to take him for free. He was going to fly in Nuclear Man from Superman.
Yeah.
You got a superhero. You got a Superman theme going on this year.
I know, but he's like, I think I'll do great at your show. But I'm like, I don't know. That movie sucks so bad. And I think it's the worst of all the Superman movies.
Certainly of all the Christopher Reeve movies, certainly.
Yeah. Stanley said, "I know what you did last summer, but which one? This one or the last one?"
Remake.
Man, they were slamming that. What's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt, because she's got a little bigger. I'm like, bro, she's got 3 kids and she's in her 50s, and you guys ain't know what time.
Yes,
I know. I was like, F off, you bastards.
Yeah.
And I said, I know what she did last summer. Eat a lot of pizza. I'm like,
yeah,
that was funny.
Colony pizza.
That's probably some jerk sitting on the couch in his mom's.
I mean, look at this. Right? Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Who is that?
Look at that. That's me. Look at me. Look at that. 165 pounds, dark hair, 19 years old. This is what happened. I'm the Jennifer Love Hewitt of this fucking show.
Glory days.
All right. Well,
I'm going to show
I've
you
had
my
about enough
Jennifer
of you
Love
guys
Hewitt's
now,
right
so
now.
We'll wrap up. If Mitch is breaking out Polaroids, it's time to go away.
Stripping. I'm taking the clothes off.
No. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Big week on Word Balloon. Jeremy Adams is coming up on Monday.
He's going to be a Terrificon.
A lot of Terrificon people are coming up. Tuesday, I'm going to do a double feature. Keith Williams.
He's at Terrificon.
And Tuesday night, one of the great Guy Gardner writers, not at Terrificon, but a great writer on his own, Bo Smith is joining me Tuesday night. And also the creator of co-creator of Winona Earp back in the day. And then what else? Oh, Jerry Ordway's joining me on Friday. And then I got a couple, nothing's hammered out yet. Hoping to talk to Al Milgram this week and Tana Ford this week as well.
They're both coming into Terrificon.
Yeah, they are. So join us for that and more on Word Balloon Live this week. And hopefully Mitch and I will convene on Sunday to talk about Strange New Worlds Episode 3. Everybody have a safe time. If you're going to San Diego, good luck to you and have a good time. And until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.